And we're back. Today's workout, Saturday, you guys have some interval pieces. You're gonna go 21 goblet squats, 15 ground overhead with your object, whether that's kettlebell, dumbbell, book bag, human, child, anything like that. 9 burpees over your object, 1 minute break, and you're gonna repeat that for a total of 6 intervals. So the rep scheme is on the shorter side, so it's not a high volume workout inside of one round. So we are expecting you guys to kind of push the pace on each set. You guys should be trying to push to, between that 90 and 100% effort, make it really hurt. That 1 minute is not gonna be quite enough time to recover fully, but that's kind of what we wanna see. How far can you get into the workout and staying as close to your fastest time without kind of dying off on the end. So I'm gonna have Manny go through each of these movements really quick. Goblet squats, if you're not familiar with a goblet squat at this point during quarantine, I feel bad for you. Goblet squats, feet are in our squat stance, chest up nice and tall. We're gonna anchor those feet into the floor. He's gonna squeeze the ground with his big toe, hips slightly back and down. I do wanna see the crease of his hip below his knee at the bottom of that squat. He's gonna push through the floor, squeezing his butt at the top, making sure we're getting full extension through his lower body. Right, he can breathe here. The dumbbell isn't on his chest. It's not like a barbell in that front rack position. He's keeping his eyes out in front, and he should just have a nice, easy pace to this. It shouldn't be overly fast, but he should be able to maintain his tempo as he goes throughout them. Following that, he has 15 ground overhead. This is any style, so you guys can go with both hands. You could do snatches, clean and jerk, whatever you want to do. 15 reps, ground overhead. Preferably, you would just use both hands on one dumbbell or whatever your object is, much like we do in our warm-ups with our plate ground overhead. Same kind of idea here. He's gonna go into that slight hinge position, chest out in front, and then he's gonna use that leg extension. He can bring it up to the front rack if he needs to dip and drive into the shoulder overhead, or it can be one fluid movement, as long as it goes from the ground to overhead. That's all we need to see for today. Following that is he has 9 burpees over the dumbbell, so I'm gonna get out of the way here. Chest, hips, and thighs all come down to the floor. 2-foot jump up and over. Again, we do not need to see full hip extension on these burpees. He can just stay nice and low, go through these. When you get to this point of the workout, you do have that 1 minute break coming up, so try to push your pace a little bit. I would encourage you guys to see if you can get a little bit faster or at least stay within your fastest time. So if Manny's able to do round 1 in 1 minute, I don't want round 2 to go into a 2 minute. I want him to stay as close to that 1 minute mark as he can. If you guys do need further scaling or modifications, make sure you're reaching out to your individual coach. Let's see some scores on SugarWOD, and we'll see you guys next week.